Hello and welcome back to Boston Commune.
This week's incredulous installment will feature commentary from Comrades Scott, Joe, Sarah, Chava, and myself. As the results of municipal elections roll in, we cover the latest and greatest Senate floor flops, making Joe's life a living hell. I do my best to whip up a theory primer to supplement the Menagerie episodes on the state in revolutionary periods, and Chava introduces us to the German hamster who makes Wall Street look like a snake oil storefront. Some of our comrades made history this week. Join us and luxuriate in a few victories for the working class.
Please do us a favor, share this content. Do yourself a favor, enjoy your Epoch.
The patent regime maintains poverty wages in the global south, perpetuates global inequality, and facilitates a massive net transfer of resources and labor from south to north. So it's a bit rich that the kingpins of the patent world get away with pretending to care about poverty when in fact their method of accumulation does so much to create it in the first place. Like social democratic policy was brought in by socialist movements in Scandinavian countries.
We got Joe back on the show after like a month. And it's election night. In breaking news, Michelle Wu is commanding. Quite a commanding lead so far with 16% reporting. 20,000 votes. So it's going to be a pretty rather embarrassing low turnout for a city of almost 700,000 people. It's going to be like what? Like 130,000 end up voting in this? That's kind of bad.
Yeah.
But Joe wants to talk about his fucking beloved infrastructure bill, so go on.
Infrastructure.
I know. I'm going to purposely say it wrong every time from now on.
Oh, okay. All right.
This is how I need a wasabi
gorge.
Don't give a shit, but Joe wants to just because we had a couple weeks where we didn't talk about. Now it's back.
Well, no, that's not even true.
Before this thing fucking
that's not even true. We talked about it every time, and you just like presented the topic so spitefully. You were like, I guess we have to talk about the fucking infrastructure bill again. Because that's what Joe wants to talk about. Oh, the infrastructure. Oh, it's so important while you talk about the infrastructure bill.
Do it, Joe. Take it away.
Yeah. But I also found the results for Sommerville's election as well. So, but like, go off, Joe.
Hey, good for you. Right.
You don't care? What? Like, these are like
I do.
People we know in DSA.
Basically, Congress has gone to a crapshoot, more so than usual. It's like the past 13 years never happened. Yes.
Like they're shooting craps?
A crapshoot is like the chances of success are low, basically, is what a crapshoot means.
Yeah,
yes.
Right?
I guess. Whatever.
It's like the last 13 years just never happened.
Yeah, but it's like when you say they're going to a crapshoot, it sounds like a...
Sounds like
they're gonna go watch a tournament where people are like shooting craps.
Oh, I was saying that it sounded like they were gonna like if they were going through a crapshoot, they were going through somebody's sphincter. I mean, like, imminently.
Oh, damn! That is so much better than what I was thinking. Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
I think yours is good too. I like the idea of just playing craps instead. I don't know what craps are. That's the thing.
It's a game of dice.
Yeah,
I can say whack, but I don't know what craps are.
Some you shoot.
I told you what it is. It's a game
crap
of dice.
shoot.
What's happening in Congress?
Yeah, Joe.
What's
the crap shoot?
That's our context.
So
Congress is doing it.
Everything worthwhile is gone.
Democratic policy making is a crapshoot. That's how we can put it.
Yes, that is 100% correct.
It's like shooting craps in a barrel.
So, despite the fact that 84% of Americans want prescription drug pricing reform, that's been cut out of the bill.
Drugs.
Because reasons. Community college, that's been cut out, even though what's insane, this is totally proof that like college tuition has absolutely nothing to do with money and has everything to do with power and subjecting the proletariat to financial servitude.
It has to do with class, folk.
It costs the government more money to service the student loans, the federal student loan balance, than they actually bring in through interest payments. The federal government loses $66 billion every year just servicing these loans. It costs them $66 billion a year more to service the loans than they are actually making off of the loans.
That's effective policy.
Yeah, you gotta spend money to not make money.
You gotta operate your government at a loss at all times.
2 years of free community college would cost $109 billion over 10 years. Adding 2 years of community college for free would generate $170 billion of real GDP growth per year. So doing community college for free for 2 years would actually save money. The only reason that it would be cut out of the bill has nothing to do with cost, but it's everything to do with class. Also, the Wall Street Journal reported that four-year colleges lobbied extremely aggressively hard to get the community college part of the social spending plan nixed from the final bill because they didn't want to have to probably have to cut tuition to be able to compete with free community college.
Well, they still probably wouldn't have to because it's impossible to get a fucking master's degree at community college. And that's basically what companies are requiring now is like an entry-level degree.
Which is insane. Yeah, like four-year schools didn't want to have to
$14 an hour of pay.
You have to have a fucking master in business or something to work at McDonald's.
Get a master in business so you can work at Starbucks.
Hey now.
Anyways.
Community college is out, drug pricing is out. The paid family leave proposal was cut from 12 weeks to 4 weeks. By the end of this week, it'll probably just be like, here's an expired Dunkin' Donuts gift card and like a coupon to Sears.
It's just a
Sears. I haven't been to Sears in so long.
Can get some new jeans.
Sears doesn't even exist anymore. That's
probably why.
So yeah, taxing billionaires, that's out. Medicare expansion is out.
Willie Burnley Jr. and Charlotte Kelly won Counselor at Large in Sommerville.
Oh, that's awesome.
East Side Check, unfortunately, did not get enough votes. But we congratulate them.
Everything's in already?
So far it's the preliminary unofficial.
It's only been like an hour since the polls closed, so I'm just...
Yeah, how many votes do they have in, like, 6?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was in the presidential.
I was working on that.
It was like the mayoral, which they haven't updated in 25 fucking minutes.
Wait.
Anyways. This economy has managed to like be more cynical than I am about it.
Yeah.
Which is a feat. I have experienced the sidestepping to like get Canadian pharmaceuticals by means of Amazon.com.
Yeah.
I don't think it can get any more dystopian than that when you have to fucking buy antibiotic eardrops on Amazon because you can't go to your fucking doctor.
It's neoliberalism for you.
That is beyond depressing.
Yeah, figure it out yourself, kids.
Willie Burnley and Charlotte Kelly did get seats on the city council. I'm looking at the data now.
Thank you, Joe.
You came close.
Yeah, 11%. It wasn't bad, but unfortunately not enough.
JT Scott kept his
one in a landslide.
JT Scott, 65%.
And Ben Ewan Campen won as well.
Unopposed, though, so.
Yeah.
Becca Miller did not win.
Oh.
She got 44% of the vote.
That's really close.
Yeah, it's not
It was really
bad
close, yeah.
turnout for the socialists.
Yeah, for a socialist, 44% is pretty fucking good.
Yeah, so we're getting some representation in our local government. I think that's like kind of like.
Was he singing 311 or something?
It's kind of Amber. Yeah, it kind of was. Amber is the color of your energy. Whoa.
Could have literally been almost anything. I don't know how I figured that out.
Socialists.
Take me away from the norm.
Healthcare.
I want to vote for you.
Joe, you want to talk about a little bit about how the bullshit climate conference and how Biden fell asleep?
I didn't get to finishing all the good things that got cut out.
Oh, okay. Who cares, dude? Everything sucks.
Yeah, it's the summation of it. Medicare got cut.
Yeah.
They said it was fiscally irresponsible to give old people dental care.
What?
Joe Manchin said it was fiscally irresponsible to
take care of your citizens.
Dental care. Apparently, what is fiscally irresponsible is just to work in the coal mines of West Virginia until you get black lung and die.
Yeah, and he had fuck that dude. Someone should take him out and
to dinner,
to a nice dinner, and then take him out behind a shed and fucking. No, I mean what? Yeah,
I'll bleep it. You're fine.
This is like
Joe Manchin.
the episode of The Simpsons where there's like the league football and the end credits is just Homer being like, Scully, you're cut. Brooks, Groening,
Cut.
Simon, you're all cut. Kavner, cut.
Cut.
Right, cut. Darian, sure, you're cut. You're cut, all of you.
Making right now. Making like a gun?
Making a gun.
But yeah, the climate conference is just...
Anyways, thanks for... Again, there's nothing to dissuade our suspicions that you might be a murderer of the elderly. As I ask you if you're making a gun, you completely dismiss it.
Oh, sorry, I'm multitasking.
Stop
Yeah,
that.
what are
then.
you doing? God damn it, that's what I asked.
Oh, drinking coffee.
That's not like multitasking.
Maybe
I mean,
it
I
is,
know
you know?
multitasking,
Watching
but I
election
wasn't
results.
speaking during that time, and now I've stopped.
That's like where the walking and chewing gum joke fucking comes from.
Sometimes you just really got to pay attention to that coffee. You just really got to give it your full.
Coffee can get away from you pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to really appreciate it.
It's a couple millimeters between walking upstairs comfortably and sloshing
Having
coffee all over
coffee
like linoleum. What?
Okay, go on about the fucking climate conference. Jesus.
Yeah, nothing's really going to happen. I mean, as Scott referenced earlier, like Biden literally said, we're going to solve this through the market-based solutions, which means nothing is actually going to happen. India said it was going to get to net zero carbon emissions by 2070, and it's like, I guess you clearly don't understand the purpose of the exercise.
What is the purpose of the
Yeah,
exercise?
Joe.
Tell us. I'm stupid. I don't
Heading to
understand.
net zero by 2030, not 2070.
Oh, we gotta get... Oh, okay, that's the commitment. I mean, we're gonna fucking...
Yeah, nobody's gonna fucking do that.
When you bring me out, can you introduce me as Joker?
Well, Michelle Wu won East Boston, so I don't look like an ass now on the East Boston open discussion, because I said she was gonna win. I was right. Fuck y'all!
I don't think that would make you an ass. That would just be like some
just wrong.
person with a
Would make you a fool.
some person on Facebook with like a weird like American flag overlay on their profile picture is gonna be like, you were wrong. Michelle Wu didn't win. Something like that.
Fuck you
What
individually.
saying, what you saying? You upscale cohesive boy, Michelle Wu didn't win no East Boston. Anyways.
What in the fuck accent was that?
I don't know.
How do I figure out if she won Charlestown?
Contact your local election officials.
Okay.
You gotta get a picture of the printouts from the
Yeah, they're
voting machines at all the precincts.
There's a lot of like cringy white dudes in Charlestown. I feel like that's how you can kind of gauge like what proportion of your local population is cringy white dudes. That's
So who
inversely
wins the mayoral
proportional
race?
to how many Michelle Wu votes.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yup.
I'm looking it up.
This is absolutely useless. WBUR has like, oh, you want the detailed results? And it's like county results. And it's like, yes, there is one count.
Yeah, BUR sucks.
There is one county. It is Suffolk County.
Anyways, would you like to get into the theory primer?
Yeah.
Seeing as nobody's really talking about anything right now.
Oh man. The greatest ancestry by percentage in Charlestown is Irish, 42%.
Yep.
Which is 32% more than the country as a whole. So considerably more fucking cringy white guys.
Charlestown is split, it looks like. Like my ward, George is winning, but Wu is winning the other half. My precinct, rather.
At least you guys live in a place where there's actually a relevant election. Because I voted today, and I've never been so deeply unimpressed and like basically just disgruntled about the entire slate of candidates. Like literally every single candidate sucked.
Joe, did you have any thoughts on Donnie Palmer?
I'm not sure I know who that is.
Okay, never mind.
Your life is risky for not
theory
knowing who he is.
primer. Okay.
This is the theory primer. Shake your time for keep Complexes can get messy. Comrade Jesse.
All right, so this isn't a very in-depth theory primer. I thought I would have more time to work on it, but I basically had all of the life sucked out of me after I had the tooth extracted. And I turned into that thing that's in a wheelchair in the episode of SpongeBob where she wants the chocolate. Actually, no, she hates the chocolate. They don't want the chocolate. Chocolate. What are they selling? Chocolate. I remember when they first invented chocolate. I always hated it. Anyway.
It's like the same voice that you did SpongeBob in last time.
No, SpongeBob is I'll do it another time. Anyway, so this theory primer is my sort of interpretation of the text that patrons now have access to the entire narration. The text is called The State in Revolutionary Periods. The author is Mansour Hekmat, who was prominent in the Iranian Communist Party in the 80s. It was a difficult text to narrate. Could have been because it was translated from Farsi to English. And it could be that the guy's just not as good of an author as Lenin. Who can say for sure? I can not. So anyway, so basically the text, The State in Revolutionary Periods, was Hekmat's way of sort of introducing this concept to the Communist Party of, we have this notion of socialism as generally characterizing the entire transitional period between capitalism and communism. Hekmat further breaks it down into two distinct stages, one being the revolutionary period and the other being the period of stability that follows. Modes of production sort of phase in and out, and those two stages of socialism, just within socialism, are likely to come and go several times over in any given period of class struggle. When you have a genuine proletarian revolution, let's say Cuba, let's say Vietnam, let's say the Soviet Union, let's say Nicaragua, there will be a point at which the revolution reaches the highest levels of government. And the ensuing proletarian dictatorship must function foremost as an organ of political power rather than economic power. And that kind of sounds suspect at first, but Hekmat, he explained that you have to thoroughly consolidate political power in that revolutionary period, ensuring the suppression of ostensibly Marxist-adjacent political parties and movements that mimic working class language. Good example of this was the social revolutionaries in the USSR after the 1905 revolution. Another good example of this might be the Italian Socialist Party. These are political vessels for detractors, the petty bourgeois who recognize that once they lose the support of the state, then they lose protection from their working class counterparts. And so before a comprehensive working class economic program can be established in full from the top down, the state has to wield power behind the working masses as they themselves begin to take the means of production from the bottom up. So that process continues to propagate, not in a simple linear fashion, like I was saying, but ideally the power of the working class revolutionaries will continue to build and erode the power of the financial institutions from the bottom up, and thus the ruling class that benefited from the protection of the state for their financial supremacy will begin to sort of fall away. And that further erodes class distinctions. And so, in that revolutionary period, the political power must be wielded by the working class to its fullest extent, militarily, judicially, what have you. Like Thomas Sankara did it with the revolutionary tribunals, for instance. And he also trained like a civilian army. I mean, that's what the vanguard is. And using those to their fullest extent until the bourgeoisie no longer have any valid course for insurrection, so that you don't get these Marxist adjacent movements or end up with, say, an assassination that was very easily carried out, as in, say, Chile or, unfortunately, the Sankara himself. And so once these routes for insurrection have been successfully and thoroughly repressed, the state as an enforcer of the mass line, can then begin to utilize its stability for economic planning, and rather than consolidating power into like a state bureaucracy, can sort of negate its own need for existence by decentralizing the economy. And then if bourgeois parties reemerge, then the state can similarly reemerge as like an organ of force to fend off opportunism again. And this is pretty intuitive that if there's a power vacuum, opportunists are going to take advantage of it and reestablish themselves as members of a bureaucracy. But like, it's very easy to have that tendency to be like, oh no, we need like equal representation from, you know, the Social Democrats and the Maoists and the liberals or whatever. But what seems kind of like this brute force apparatus that is the state, which anybody with genuine Marxist tendencies seeks to abolish, the only way for the state to properly wither away, at least in a more classical Marxist-Leninist interpretation, is for the state to function as almost an organ of brute force repression against bourgeois interests. Otherwise, it will reestablish itself as a bureaucracy ostensibly representing different strains of pseudo-socialist thought, but in truth, you end up with Luxembourg getting fucking executed by the state. This was particularly important in the context that it was written in, and that was at the end of the Iranian Revolution that fell to basically the same kind of factionalism that we deal with constantly on the left. And the idea of a single party Marxist-Leninist state, although it seems like, you know, like it's a repressive dictatorship, like, yes and no. Like, yes, to the extent that it's supposed to be, but no to the extent that it is an unnecessary bureaucracy that stands between the working class and the people that are supposed to represent them. If you look at a state like Vietnam, it's as decentralized as politics can get while still representing, to the best of its ability, the mass line. There's so many like checks in place. It's very close to the ground. And it took a long fucking time. And it took civil war. Like, it's not pretty, but it is necessary in order for the organ of repression, that fucking necessary evil against the bourgeoisie, to remain cohesive and strong and lasting, even in the face of attempts at insurrection. You need to utilize the power of the state when you fucking have it. Otherwise, you can say bye-bye.
It will be used against you.
Yes.
It
will be used against you. Bye-bye. Where's the sound drop, Scott?
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye. Go home to mommy. Go home to mommy.
There's the sound drop, bitch.
I apologize for not having more, like, examples. I was just going off the top of my head. Like, there's nothing in Lenin's writings that explicitly breaks this transitional period into two distinct phases.
It is kind of getting irritating that there have been no updates on the election results in like an hour. Also, I did not know that the next mayor is taking over in 2 weeks.
Kendra Hicks won.
Oh, that's awesome.
By the way. Does anybody have anything to say about Jesse's theory primer?
He's correct in basically all of that.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I'm not really it's not like a right or wrong thing. It's just kind of like...
He's humble.
Well, right in the sense that I agree with you.
It's important to like recognize that to call any Marxist-Leninist consolidation of power inherently authoritarian...
More or less missing the forest for the trees.
It's like an unnecessary attack on a necessary process of development in that state. Does that make sense?
I just find that kind of way of thinking, just assuming that like something looks authoritarian, therefore it must be, it's just short-sighted in general, because like context is important. If you don't understand the reason why something is happening, then like how can you truly understand what's going on?
Well, I think the other thing that Hekmat said was basically like, when the state is functioning as normal, you know, because there is like an existing stability in liberal democratic states like the United States, ostensibly liberal democratic states. There is an existing authoritarian tendency in the state that becomes transparent because it is politically expedient for the ruling class to make that authoritarianism transparent. And so if the working class seizes power, it's okay to recognize that the state is an organ of repressive force, because that's what it fucking is. Like, that is the contradiction inherent in Marxism-Leninism. If the state exists, its sole purpose of existence should be to ensure its survival exactly to the point where it no longer needs to survive.
Well, its survival is contingent upon which class interest it's currently configured to serve, though.
Right, yes. What I should have said is, like, there's going to be a period of time where the working class has political power, but they still don't have economic power. And so, like, using the state to sort of beef up the political movements that are happening on the ground, like supporting strikes and seizures of factories, for instance, by the workers, rather than by dictating from the top down, you accelerate that process of the working class rising to meet the material conditions of the ruling class until those class divides are gone. I feel like I'm just saying everything I said over again now. I don't know.
I think it's a good primer. And I think you're right as well. I mean, sorry.
Thank you, Scott.
God damn it, folks. We tried.
I tried.
He's a man with a hurt tooth. Give him some love, folks.
A hurt tooth.
Hurt tooth. I'm saying everything wrong. We're all having a hard night.
Are you saying stuff wrong on purpose or just for
No, I'm just
some other reason?
I just have a stupid mouth. I'm saying we're all fucked up tonight.
I can actually give better, now that I'm thinking about it, I can give better examples of what happens when that model is not followed. And pretty much all of the Nordic countries are examples of that. When you give lip service to utilizing the state as like an organ of working class power, but you don't get rid of the fucking monarchy.
Yeah, to get it.
Yeah, that's...
You know, Norway owns, what, 2/3 of its own oil stock? That is an easy way for Norway to just, like, outsource its fucking labor and then reap the rewards and then claim to be, like, a bastion of working class principles. But over time, the more powerful that the bureaucracy has gotten in Norway, the more that they've eroded what used to be very strong union movements, rather than the working class setting their own standards of living through bottom-up negotiations. The state has stepped in to sort of pretend to take care of those people, and as a result, the union struggle has just been slowly quashed over time.
Much like, America.
I mean, America's way...
But much worse. I mean, in America.
I would say it's more like crushed quite violently with a sledgehammer, very abruptly.
In America.
In America.
Yeah, rather than like in Norway where it's death by 1,000 paper cuts.
Yes.
He said for a second, death by 1,000 apricots.
Death by 1,000 apricots. Oh, hell yeah.
Dictatorship of the apricot.
It's like the Treehouse of Horror, where Homer goes to hell and he has to keep eating all the donuts. It's apricots. Some of the members of this show were probably not alive when that episode aired, but anyways, Yes on 3 won, and the only other person who fucking understood that reference was muted. God damn it, thank you.
Apricot.
Oh man, I forgot to unmute myself. I've been sitting here muted for like a long time, and I forgot that I was muted.
Good Lord. Oh, I need some Wasabi Gorge is going to address her supporters at 10 p.m., so that might be her saying, "What up, I lost," so.
Yep.
No, she just starts talking in a stronger and stronger Bostonian accent.
I'm the only true Bostonian candidate. That's actually really funny.
While she just like...
By the end of the speech, she's like, we tried real hard.
We tried so hard. We do these things not because they are easy.
She'll just turn into JFK.
Because they are hard.
That wouldn't be too bad at the end. Just get assassinated.
By the end of the speech, she will magically have like a hard hat on her head.
Yeah, she'll be wearing a vest.
She'll be holding Dunkin' and there'll be an oil stain on her t-shirt.
Yeah.
She'll have a cup of Dunkin' and she'll like have a huge oil stain on her t-shirt and like old ass jeans. Yeah.
And Tim's, she'll be wearing.
She just grows a giant beard.
Steel toed.
She was asked like what she gets at Dunkin' Donuts, and she goes, "I don't go to Dunkin' Donuts." And, like, that is not the correct answer.
I thought that's what Donnie Palmer said.
Donnie Palmer said, I like to make my own breakfast.
Oh, actually, no. The Savvy George was the one who said, I like my coffee black.
Bullshit.
I like my men.
I didn't say this in the last episode, but I get the same fucking thing every single time I go to Dunkin' Donuts. Large
And then,
cold
you've
brew,
said this before.
black, coconut, 3 sweet and low. Every fucking day. Doesn't matter what the temperature is. Doesn't matter how I'm feeling. Doesn't matter if I already have diarrhea. I want fucking more diarrhea.
It doesn't matter if you're shitting yourself while you wait in line.
I want to shit myself more.
That's
Yeah.
what
They're calling this election the Pink Massacre because...
Yeah, I'm the same way with Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I have to go to bed in an hour, I'm still getting Dunkin' Donuts.
Pink Massacre,
guy
folks.
who's the-
That's because AEG's color was pink. Anyways, Jesus. Is there some stuff that can't be made up?
There is.
Go, Bob.
I have to preface this by saying that I think cryptocurrency is stupid and pointless and should not exist.
This
However,
is about NFTs.
yeah,
Okay.
I just
Do it.
this was too good to pass up because it falls into that category of like animals being involved in human things that they don't understand.
I don't think this is actually NFTs, but I still want to hear about the crypto.
No, I don't
Fuck
think there's any
NFTs.
NFTs involved here. It's just,
The show's official opinion on NFTs is fuck those things.
This is pretty cool because I've seen some hot takes on like environmental randomness, but introducing a hamster into the mix takes it up a whole other level.
Yeah, so to be clear, the headline is a crypto trading hamster performs better than Warren Buffett and the S&P 500, which is
Warren
like
Buffett.
kind of whatever. But yeah, I mean, say more about that, Jesse.
So computers typically cannot generate actually random numbers. Like there are ways that a computer can generate pseudo-random numbers, but the only computers that generate truly random numbers, it's only random to the extent that the environmental data they're collecting to generate random numbers are actually random. And that's basically called like a seed.
Like Minecraft.
Like Minecraft?
Yeah, Minecraft, you have world seeds. That's just how I learned about what seeds are. It just randomly generates it. If you use the same seed, then someone will generate the same world. Anyway, I was just I was hoping that maybe people would know what Minecraft seeds are and not random generation seeds. And I was trying to.
How many people here have played
I know about
Minecraft?
I was trying to get
apricot
relatable.
seeds, apricot trees.
I'm gonna.
I was
Is
trying
that
to
a
get
random-
relatable.
We appreciate the
I
effort.
apologize.
Is that
more
a
lost
random
than I was
environment?
before.
No. But no, I mean, it's like, I think this is as good of a demonstration of just how fucking arbitrary finances are as a whole.
Yeah.
There's no science to this shit. It's just rich people doing stock buybacks.
Playing with the hamster. Yeah, so the hamster runs on a wheel, which allows him to choose one of 30 cryptocurrencies. And then he has 2 tunnels that he runs through, and one of them is buy and one of them is sell. And
To the extent that he understands that what he is actually doing.
He doesn't. That's the point.
Yeah, Joe.
He understands literally 0%
He
of
understands
what
the
he's
concept
doing.
of the stock market.
It's trying. The premise.
This hamster is a fucking visionary.
Little hamster brain's got it all.
his name's Mr. Gox, which is, I don't know where that came from, but I like it. He lives in Germany. There's a little video embedded in this article that you can look at if you want. There's also there was like a link to another article about this hamster, but it was like too technical. It was like way too, like getting really, really far into the crypto stuff. And like it has all these graphs.
Where is it? Can you link it?
The first sentence, if you click on a hamster, it will take you to that other article.
I would have thought that would take us to the Wikipedia entry for hamsters.
Yeah.
Here's a hamster. If you've not seen before, just in case you need this in order to understand the rest of this article.
Yeah, if NPR was like, gee, the thing that people will not understand about this is what a hamster is. He's got a little desk. He's got some little fake computer screens on his little desk. And,
wow. He's even doing better than Bitcoin is. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Not just S&P 500, but also the NASDAQ 100, whatever that is. charts. Ooh, charts.
Yeah, that's the other sort of
Yeah.
confounding thing about stocks is that, like, I'm kind of being tongue-in-cheek when I say, like, it's rich people just doing stock buybacks. Like, they're not doing fucking anything. They have computers that do all of the trading for them. Like, the reason that they have a lot of money is because they know people that have the best computers.
Exactly.
The fact that computers are still doing worse than this fucking hamster is... I don't know. What is... I don't... Does that say anything about society? Like,
Frank Herbert was right.
Is there some kind of, like, larger lesson that can be taken from this? Like, are we just pile driving our faces into the ground here?
Yes.
Like,
Well, you see, the to go back to Dune, the normies like Berkshire Hathaway and all these other like investment weirdos are like, that's like the Spacing Guild. They're too far into like their how they do things. They're just trying to have like stability, but then that means that they'll stagnate. But then Mr. Gox, that is the Muad'Dib.
Mr. Gox.
he will go on his...
Well, Muad'Dib was the mouse shadow in the second moon originally, right? So hamster, mouse, whatever.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Right. Good point. We need these rodents to stir up the human genome so we could conquer the stars and ensure the survival of our species.
Yeah, like, how the fuck are we going to get to fully automated luxury gay space communism when the stock market is being, like, outperformed by a fucking hamster?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the fact that we still have a stock market means we're not going to get there.
Well, all of the money managers are morons, so that's part of the equation.
I don't think they're
There's
morons.
still a lot of human error in the stock market. It's not just the computers, it's the people who are operating the computers.
Or the hamsters who are operating the computers.
Yeah.
I mean,
gotta watch out for
72% of actively managed funds are underperforming. So, like...
We should just replace Wall Street traders with
probably be
hamsters.
easier to just, like, do away with most of the market.
Bottoms up, bottoms up.
Yeah, fuck the market.
Yeah, fuck them.
Pretty much.
Nobody retires anymore.
Does the market even do good aftercare, though? I don't know if I want to fuck the market.
Ooh, that's a good point.
I don't know if I want to fuck that market.
Does the market cuddle?
Does the market...
I mean, a lot of it is really
doesn't.
just U.S. tax dollars that are just kind of floating around in the form of treasury jet. So, like...
So do the tax dollars cuddle?
That's just death. That's just death by 1,000 paper cuts all over again.
Death by 1,000 cuddles.
Death by 1,000 hamsters.
Most of the stock market is propped up by the Federal Reserve anyways. So, like, if the Federal Reserve were to, like, stop pumping money into the stock market, it would just crash again.
I mean, it does that even when they pump money into it.
Yeah, doesn't work.
Yeah.
Just not as bad. It crashes less hard.
He tried the wheel backwards.
Oh, did he? I think it works either way.
Can you watch this fucking live view?
Oh,
Yeah, he's got Twitch.
Wow.
He's not there right now.
Look at that hamster fucking run on that wheel, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, he goes. He's in the
Dude,
video.
He goes
you can see
crazy.
him. And there's something about how he can
this
poop
is
and run at the same time.
This is insane. This is
I mean,
wrong.
the hamster cannot consent.
Yeah, that was my other thought about this. This is like the most primitive form of like worker exploitation.
Definitely putting the primitive and
Billie Eilish
primitive
ad.
accumulation.
Are you the same ad?
Yeah. To me, the creative process starts with what ifs. Like, what if there was fire?
What if there was fire?
Even I have seen that.
Yeah.
Billie Eilish, the true Prometheus of our time, bringing fire to humans.
To man, yes. Finally. We are rescued. Oh, God. Okay.
Damn. Mr. Gox's YouTube channel has a guided office tour.
Oh.
Yeah.
You can see all his little
gadgets and gadgets. How he games the market. Oh, we're beginning. Oh, shit, here we go.
It's starting now?
On Twitch?
Yes.
No, he's on, but he's not. He's like not online.
No, they're doing something.
Oh.
Yeah, he's out of office.
Out of office.
He's just not in the enclosure. Okay, I like also the fact that this is not his only house. This is just part of his house.
Well, like he's on break. That's cool.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
he
a good work-life balance.
The hamster is hanging out at the water cooler.
The hamster has better work-life balance than Joe does.
Yeah, it's true.
Sorry.
That's like poor
Fuck.
Joe. I was saying it's not his fault. I'm just trying to say poor Joe.
Well, maybe you can.
I know you meant well, but that has like a crushing weight of finality to it to me.
I mean, it's a hamster.
We just said, like,
It doesn't really do
right now.
It's not even actually doing any work. The hamster has better work-life balance than I do.
Oh
And
my
I,
god,
like,
he's
Yeah.
so fucking cute. Look at his little face.
He's very cute.
He's
This is so
adorable.
depressing.
Joe, you're adorable. You're cute too, Joe. Okay.
Let's not forget that
I don't
Mr.
need
Gox
that
lives
kind
in
of
Germany.
comparison.
Okay.
So I don't know if comparing our situations
that.
to his makes sense.
The hamster probably has some form of healthcare, so like
That's true.
that's
Yeah.
probably
Has an
it.
He lives in Germany. He has socialized healthcare.
That's true. That's
So-
true.
Well, it's not quite socialized. It's basically like if the Affordable Care Act actually worked.
But still, his healthcare is better than ours.
This is literally the Tim Heidecker joke. If I can't treat your dog because of Obamacare.
It's a market-dominated system, but it's like heavily regulated through like government bureaucracy.
Yeah.
What?
Still sounds better than what we have here.
Yeah, it sounds better than literally having no guaranteed healthcare at all.
Yeah.
I'd like to have we should make the hamster setup a little more complicated. We should have.
Well, I mean, anything is better than what we have.
I don't know. I think it's even worse than that. It's like if you don't have health insurance, that's fucking illegal.
Right.
You're not guaranteed it, and it is also illegal not to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the coverage that you get is effectively not like you don't have healthcare. So what a country, folks.
What a country. Inflammable means flammable.
So yeah,
Hashtag.
literally
hamster.
anything could do better than this.
It's all bad, folks.
Honestly, the only person on this call who probably has as good, if not better, healthcare than the hamster is probably Jesse.
That's true. I do have. I benefit from social. Well, I don't always
Because-
benefit from socialized medicine.
It's a crapshoot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at right now, like with the tooth extraction, because I didn't get a referral. I have no idea if I'm going to get billed or not, but fuck it. That's a battle worth fighting just
Well, that
because
hamster
that
loves
tooth
that
had to
water.
come out one way or the other.
Can you find like back alley like
Hamster just
dental?
sucking a dick, yeah.
What? You're
Hamster
finding?
sucking a dick, yeah.
You're just like,
No,
wait,
I
that's
don't-
like not
Just going
at all
off your
what.
gif of this hamster deep throating
That
fucking
sentence went in a
water
completely
bottle.
different direction than I expected.
Did you ever? Oh, I think more results are in. More results are in. Wu is still commanding her lead. 22% results are in.
Yes.
Wu has 57.9% of the vote with 15,
But her lead is
15,000.
shrank a bit.
and Wasabi Gorge has 11.
I need
I need
a
a
Wasabi
Wasabi Gorge. Yes.
Wasabi Gorge.
Whomst we will never have to think about after this election ever again.
Yeah, if I ever have to hear her talk again, it will be a day too soon.
I haven't heard her talk yet, and I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, I don't really ever want to hear her talk.
You didn't
quite
watch
frankly.
those.
I'm very
debates.
envious of you,
It was
Sarah.
very rough. She's total like aggressive Boston girl boss vibes, basically.
My mom, who is reactionary when it comes to politics, watched the last debate with me, and I quote, "She has resting bitch face and seems like an insane, crazy person."
She yells.
I'm just from her affect.
She was yelling at the moderators and making them like change the questions they were asking. It was fucking insane.
She had that look in her eyes like Amy Klobuchar did when she wanted to kill Pete Buttigieg on like the debate stage.
She got that fire.
If you go overall,
That Klobuchar fire.
the lead hasn't really changed. Like she's only gotten like some nibbles, but
I hope so. That's why I was doing the three spit.
The three spit?
The peh, like.
Oh.
before we go for the evening, because let's wrap this up. It's getting late. Next week we're gonna have Emmett George, former co-chair,
Evan George.
Boston DSA, host of Bostopia. What is it? Bostopia.
Bostopia News.
Bostopia News.
Bostopia News. We'll be breaking down what happened and what we hope for the future of Boston and these candidates. It's looking good, folks. You can go to bed happy. At least I'll be able to tonight. Don't forget to vibe. Bip-a-bip, bip-a-bip.
I do want
I
to
already
say
am eating from the trash can all the time.
I looked at the results for the prelims and I am so fucking proud of my district.
Yeah.
All of Alston
percentage-wise, 62% Wu, 4% Acai George.
Oh.
And then there's that person on North Harvard Street. I'm assuming the landlord of whatever building that is. It's like really close to me that just like has like a gigantic sign. It says Acai George, and then a tiny little sign next to it that says Michael Flaherty. And I was like, yes. And last year they had like Kevin Honan, like giant sign, the least based giant signs. It's very
The least based.
The least based signs in the.
They're baseless. They're
well, clearly not because
They
they fell over. It flipped over on itself during the storm.
Well, that's awesome.
You know, it's always a promising sign when CBS Boston has a clip of the elections commissioner being like,
everything is fine. There's nothing wrong here. Nothing to see here.
the fact that like there were no results for like an hour. It's always a promising sign at 10 o'clock.
Nothing has gone wrong here.
No, there's pictures of the shit happening at City Hall, and like the fucking cops are just going really slow. There's videos and pictures of it. Like there really isn't anything going on.
The cops are counting the votes? What?
No.
They transport them to the counters, and they're just
Yeah.
taking a long ass time to do that for
They're
obvious
just cruising.
reasons. Yeah.
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah, no, that is kind of demoralizing to be a cop and know that, like, the candidate you probably were railing very hardly against.
The cop
on,
candidate is getting
Facebook.
crushed.
It'd be fun to be.
Yeah, your candidate's getting
hogged.
so, you know.
Absolutely hard.
All right, we're getting loopy. It's 10:15, and
I'm just getting my steam.
You're stressed.
all right, folks.
Okay, Scott? All right. I think it's inappropriate to just characterize the entire group in accordance with your personal emotional experience right now. Just gonna say.
I would have to agree.
The pro.
Get gagged up on over here, folks. Jesus. Oh, man.
Motherfucker.
Now you know what it feels like.
Yeah.
They're saying that they're very close to calling the election. So, but anyways, we'll see. We'll tell you how it ends next week. Well, it's probably
Whatever. Just call it for Woo. We're gonna say Woo won. Fuck yeah.
Most of the candidates
This is
that
dope.
we support and our DSA comrades have won. We give them a congratulations, comrade. Round of applause.
We have a fucking Asian mayor. This is dope. We don't have some fucking
No, they're Irish.
Irish piece of
Irish dipshit.
Not all Irish people.
Dipshit.
Only most.
Hashtag not all Irish dipshits.
I'm proud to be 3/8 Irish dipshit.
Yeah, we always want to see funny posts.
Before Michelle Wu started her campaign for mayor, I knew her as the only candidate that was willing to like legit go on the fucking tee and have a group of people being obnoxious to free the tea and like restructure ownership of our public transportation system. So with that as a basis, I'm very happy that Michelle Wu looks like she's going to win this election.
I envy you guys because everybody who's like elected
And I agree.
at like the city level in Lowell is just shitty Irish people.
Joe, get
who,
out of
like,
there.
Are homeowners. And
Get out
don't
of
really
there.
Give a crap
Get out
about
while
poor
you
people.
still can.
Joe, get out of there. Get a better job. Move to the city. Get out of there.
I wish I could.
You could. Just do it.
Pay your fucking
Just do
rent
it
for
right
you,
now.
dude. I will live in a garbage can.
Oh, breaking news. Campaign team says Wu will declare victory. So,
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
so here we go.
There
We got
it
the whole
is.
election in one episode. So there we go. We can now
Damn.
end the election. Joe's too broke to move to the city. Joe, you don't know what you're capable of doing.
There's like some nice little like, places out in Western Mass where my like cousin like moved out there with his partner. And it's like, it's like...
Are you telling Joe to move farther away?
Yeah, no, Joe
I'm
needs
just
to move
saying
closer
that
to
you
other
can
humans,
live-
not further from them.
I'm just saying that there's some... What?
Sarah, Western Mass was so quiet it nearly drove me insane.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying that then you won't hear the annoying Irish people because there'd be too many. You'll be too deep in the queer enclaves.
It sounds to me like the Irish people are just like an annoying like wildlife, like they're just in the trees
like a
being
mosquito.
like, yeah,
Fucking dude, oh my god, motherfucker
oh my god,
kid.
dude.
Let's go to the fucking packy kids.
I'm not complaining about the
They're just
Irish
yelling
people.
at the
What's
tree.
happening?
I don't
Let's leave
know.
the poor boy
Since when
alone.
was I complaining about Irish people?
I was.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah, that was.
I was
it's
as
just,
a fucking Scottish man.
I mean, I would go like to complain about myself formally.
yeah, likewise.
All right, you're fired from the
Complain
I
show.
have no
about-
problems with Irish people.
37% of myself.
I gotta do like a 23andMe. I'm probably gonna find out that I'm like
Speaking of
80%
loud
Irish.
Bostonians, and this is Abby George is speaking right now, and she looks defeated.
Yeah, well, she is.
She
Fuck
is
her.
defeated.
She sure is.
Elisa Asabi George is defeatable.
Got fucking
Good job.
Is she
Michelle Wu, 36, has been elected mayor of Boston. Wu is the first woman and person of color to be elected. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Is she submissive
getting
and defeatable?
more? She's getting more. Her accent is ramping up. The oil stains are coming in. The hard
Yep,
hat
I think I
is
can see the hat. Yep.
getting more,
Happening.
gathering
Her accent
more
has gone,
stickers.
Really
Yeah.
hard.
She is not a good public speaker.
She's just putting on
She's
more
like really letting the R's drop very hard.
Carhartt brand items by the second.
Yeah.
I own too
My
much
name is
Carhartt.
Scott.
His name is Scott.
My name is
Is
Scott
Ben-
Sweaty
We call
Wife
him
on
Scott.
Bandcamp and SoundCloud. I don't know why I just turned that
Sweaty
into a rap.
Wife.
I hate myself. Sweaty
Sweaty
Wife.
wife.
Don't
Honestly,
hate
it's
yourself.
starting to sound like an auction.
We got your sweaty wife over here. We got your.
Got a sweaty wife over here. 120, 125 over here. 126, 126, 130.
200,
We got the sweatiest wife.
$3,000, $15.
He's my folks.
Scott, you just closed out at 15 fucking
I didn't mean it like that. I just meant like funny, like just say a
Sold.
bunch of random numbers that aren't sequential.
Quite a fan.
It's gonna go up. It's gonna go down again. And up and down. Sorry, Scott. Who are you? What are you doing? Where can we find you?
Housing stock.
My name is
Scott's
Scott. I'm
fucking
Sweaty
tiny.
Wife on SoundCloud, Bandcamp, Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd. Fucking Joe.
Fucking
Go,
Joe.
Dick.
Oh, Joe.
Love you, Joe.
What?
Go.
Joe, we want to hear you talk about yourself, please.
I'm Joe, I guess.
Zach Beers won the re-election.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I'm Joe. I'm here. So yeah, that's about it.
Awesome.
Okay.
Fuck you, dude.
He doesn't
Okay.
have the social media. He doesn't have it.
We
I
have
didn't have
arrested.
anything to add.
You don't know social media handles?
Doesn't have it. Doesn't do it. He doesn't do it, folks.
He doesn't. He's never there.
I saw him do it earlier today, but that's
He's a
fine.
specter. Oh, by the way, I'm proud to report that I was the specter of communism for Halloween
Yeah, that's pretty
for like
Yeah,
for like a
good.
minute
It was
because
really good. Yeah.
I realized I couldn't use the outfit with my backpack on, so I was briefly the specter of communism. Maybe I can do the same shit next year. I'll just recycle that outfit.
It was
Honestly, you
good.
probably
And
should.
you guys both had chains-related costumes. That was pretty good. It's pretty good. Sarah, what's your deal?
I am Sarah. You can find me at your local IMAX theater.
Fucking Dune.
Camped outside waiting for my next showing of Dune.
Yeah, I knew it.
How many times you've already seen Dune?
Just once. I just pretending.
Joe, would
I'm
you
trying
watch
to.
Dune? Would
Yeah,
you
we
He
actually
doesn't have
watch it?
to.
Yeah,
No,
I
sure.
just wanna-
I'm asking
have
him a
to.
personal question, goddammit. Would you watch Dune?
Sure.
Okay, fine.
If somebody put it in front of you.
All right. We'll figure this out.
It's like the most mundane hypothetical. If
Yeah.
If you,
Fucking
would you keep
Chava,
your eyes open?
Myself. Sarah,
if somebody
all
offered
watch
to you,
Dune.
hey man, I would watch Dune with you if you would watch it.
Yeah, we're all four of us will watch it.
Anyway,
And then we'll tell Joe all of the weird shit that happens later in the series. And he'll go,
You can,
what? Okay, then, a bunch of time.
you can
Anyway,
find
that'd be
me there, like I said, at the IMAX theater, and you can also find me at the gym getting like huge triceps and
Getting
stuff.
fucking
Swole.
swole.
And
Cobra.
I think it's mainly it. Have a lovely evening or morning or afternoon, whatever you want to have.
Whatever time you choose to consume your
Hava.
podcast. Yes. Yes, I'm Hava. Yes. Yes. You can find me at readingsbychava.com.
His eyes uncovered!
You can...
Anissa for Boston makes her concession clear. I want to offer a great big congratulations to Michelle Wu.
Honestly, I'm watching the
fuck
concession
off.
speed on mute,
Shut
and
up.
honestly, she did not look happy about it.
Good. I hope she's fucking depressed.
Because she
It's
was just ready
uncomfortable
to
to watch
bankroll all the
because she's
shit
freaking me
and
out.
continue the money laundering that is the fucking development in the city and enrich herself.
I hope she
I
like
hope she
develops
learns
a
the
conscience and
overtime
feels like
police
shit about
officers.
herself.
That's right. Readingsbychava.com. My name is spelled Chava. Just go there.
This is
Just
so
read
cool
about it.
that this is a different, like, totally different flavor of mayor for the city.
Yeah.
It's really exciting.
This is really good news, you guys.
I'm excited.
You can walk with a pep in your step tomorrow.
I thought we weren't supposed to have nice things anymore.
Joe.
I think it was you who said that.
Yeah.
If I recall
Your own
correctly.
prophecy is being proven wrong. You have time
Yeah,
to change
this
your
is
ways now, young child. You have time to change now. The future is showing you.
Hey, I am happy to be wrong about that.
And he's Jesse.
And he's Jesse.
And I'm Jesse. You can find my music on soundcloud.com/contingence Boston, CONTINGENCE Boston. Remember to hit up comrade-rosie.org, select that Getting Involved tab, and choose one or more mutual aid groups to donate your time, labor, and or money to, because people really need your help right now. And I have a slam recommendation. Just let me pull my phone up. My phone.
I don't know if it goes that way.
Let's see.
Let's see.
David Halbert
Let's
won
see.
also, which is exciting.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, yes.
CSA, like.
Wait, is that the one I wanted?
Aha, your slam recommendation for the week. Is.
Yes. Oh, look at that.
Sorry, I'm
That's
playing
nice.
it by accident. Anyway,
No,
your
that was
slam
nice.
recommendation.
I like that.
No. Your slam recommendation for the week is the album entitled Butcher the Week by Devourment.
Yeah. Where are they from?
They're from here.
Boston?
No, like
Okay.
like Texas. It was that band where like for the opener for the song they're just like fuck the earth.
It's Joyce.
Joe, have you been building a gun this episode?
I'm definitely gonna use the song Baby Killer in post. It's like one of the heaviest songs, hands down. It's just gonna be heavy always. That one's one of the OG slam bands. Like, don't get more OG than that. Maybe Suffocation.
No
That would be-
breathing, don't give a fuck.
Fuck up our bleeding.
Sorry, I apologize.
About
Get the fuck outta
Comrade
here, Scott.
Rosie.
Just-
Okay.
Comrade
Yeah.
Rosie.
Okay.
.org.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
There we go. Found something that made him laugh. Anyways, go to patreon.com/epic-incredulity where you can find all our sweet bonus material. Chava and I keep talking about bringing the movie club back in some big episode, and I think we should just try to bite that apple off soon. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Get
stop
serious.
talking about it.
Get serious. We gotta get
The
serious.
whole
We're stuck
apple.
at being serious.
Whole apple in our mouths. Just deep throat that apple and just chomp it right off the tree.
Deep throat.
Huh. Anyways,
ComradeRosie.org. You should Comrade-Rosie.org. You should go there.
Go to
Yeah.
Jesse
Yeah,
Dunn.
we already covered these bases here.
That's why. Yeah.
I didn't hear you
All
say
your
that.
bases are ours.
I did.
Join a union. Dun 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 dun. Have a strike. Dun
Okay.
dun 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 dun
Whatever.
dun dun dun. Join a union. Dun 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 dun. To shove it up the man's ass.
That's dope, dude.
There you go. You know.
So we have our marching orders. We have to join a union.
Yeah.
Join a union.
That's your slam recommendation for the week.
Do a
Join
strike.
a union and do a strike.
And then shove it up a man's ass.
Yeah.
And as always,
Yeah.
we say as tank,
Just
but
anyone.
tank dough, as tank dough,
As tank dough.
As tank dough.
as the tank dough.
As
What do you like
as
to
tank
do?
dough.
But a revolution for me and you. Look at that. Wow, very good. Yeah. But tank dough, that's your epoch. Congratulations, Michelle Wu, next mayor of the the great city of Boston, Massachusetts, Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
The great city of Massachusetts.
The great city of the great city,
The
Boston,
great Boston
of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts,
of the United States,
of the country,
The United
States,
Massachusetts
in the
of
North
America.
American continent of the Western Hemisphere. Yeah,
we are Boston.
Can we just skip to making Michelle Wu governor already?
governor.
I bet she doesn't wanna.
Yeah,
Because
we can
our
do that.
current governor sucks.
Fuck that, she's old enough president, bitch. Anyways, can we end the show?
Yeah, she could be. Yeah, we don't need to talk about the social needs. The social needs. We can.
We already did. We
did the social.
didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We're epic incredulity everywhere. From
Except
Instagram,
for Clapper,
YouTube,
where we are dances with cakes.
everywhere. Epic incredulity Patreon. We say, but tank dough, I'm a bad host.
You're not. It's a weird night. The weird night, y'all.
I was distracted. I've had a weird day. Anyways, folks.
Haven't we all?
Yes.
I don't know, man.
My day was
day was pretty
fucking
I
weird.
mean, Jesse has.
Dun, dun, dun,
That's
dun.
true.
Yeah,
I woke up. Let me say this. This is how fucked up I felt when I got home. I could not accept little ice packs from my face. I just panicked and ran into the bathroom, and in the tub was one of Carlene's shoes that still had shit on it from the day before, and I was like, you gotta get this fucking shoe out of here because I don't know what to do with it. Then I jumped in the shower and I just curled up with cold water on me. That's how I fucking felt when I got home. So I consider it a triumph of man. I consider it one big step for mankind that I made it to the podcast this evening and I didn't do any drugs today.
Congratulations, comrade.
Thank you.
We love
That
you,
is actually
Comrade.
impressive.
I love you guys.
I want to know why the shoe was there and why it had shit on it. And was it cat shit or people shit?
I'm gonna stop recording so that the listeners, it's a secret to the listeners.
Mm-hmm.